What's up, y'all? So this is my third Britney Spears CD in the collection, and this is crazy because I never thought that I would be buying albums from this early in her career because I really only liked, originally the albums that I listened to the most from Britney were Blackout, Circus, Femme Fatale, Britney Jean, even, which I'm gonna do a whole video on that if I get the CD. But that's a whole other story because there's a lot going on with that album. Glory, of course, but basically I really only listened to Blackout and everything afterwards. I never really took the time to value Britney and In the Zone, basically. And I'm gonna be honest, I still haven't listened to In the Zone. So I'm just, my journey has been a little slower than most. But this is my Britney Spears collection. So of course I have Blackout, and I think Glory was my first Britney Spears CD because I would be like, I'm always thinking about like which certain editions, and usually I want the deluxe edition of certain CDs because stuff is rare these days. To buy all this in 2026 is not easy. So I'm always trying to find a deluxe edition or limited edition, stuff like that. And so usually I have to go on Discogs, but this is on Amazon. This is the deluxe edition with 17 songs. And so I think this was the first one I got because I was worried about it. I wanted to make sure that I had like the important albums. And then the only other one that's missing is Femme Fatale. That's the one I wanted, of course. I don't know if I wanted the deluxe edition, or I'll be fine with the standard version because I don't know what they did in the 2010s where like all the deluxe edition albums would be packaged in digipack cases. And I do like the jewel case a little bit more just because it's easier to store and it looks, I don't know, I guess I just like the way it looks or whatever, but it is what it is. But anyway, so this one I got at my local record store today. And yeah, so as you can see, I got a Nas CD, and I saw, y'all don't even like, I'm gonna tell you about this in the Nas video, but I saw Life Is Good there, just the standard edition of the Life Is Good album. And when I tell you I was about to get that as well because I looked it up and it's like crazy prices online just for that album. And it came out in 2012. A lot of his stuff is limited edition. Same with Rick Ross. Now I'm trying to get all the Rick Ross CDs, and Rick Ross stuff is like crazy, like rare, all these albums that are somehow not made widely available. They're all limited edition and whatever. So anyways, there's the CD. Hold on. But yeah, so basically, that's the whole thing about like, I'm trying to whatever. So anyways, I'm glad to have this in my collection because I listened to this just a couple days ago actually, and I was just really struck by her lyricism, her her vocals, of course. The music sounds great. Everything, everybody has so much more energy back when they actually had to have talent and you actually had to put attention to detail in your artwork. I talk about this in every video, but yeah, back when you had to actually, what are these lyrics? Are only for that? Only for that song. Okay, so it's only lyrics to that song, which is interesting, unless I'm missing something, unless there's some type of, yeah, okay, so, but this is a meaningful song. I mean, this is a meaningful song where she was at in her life and what she was, what was on her mind and all that. So yeah, and even Britney Jean, I like that album, even though I'm gonna do a whole video, the whole Maya Marie thing, and but yeah, this to me, this is even back when they had enhanced CDs, and so you could plug this into your computer and you could actually get a whole different. It has a whole thing right here. But yeah, this to me is like her first real album because I don't know if it was her first album with a certain label or whatever, but there's certain albums in artist career like that they made music when they were a kid, like Stevie Wonder and Britney and Michael Jackson and who else, like yeah, just certain stuff where it's just like you could tell when they really started to. Janet Jackson, for example, with Control, which is technically her third album, which I consider it to be her first album, but anyway, and I listened to her real first album, her debut, a couple weeks ago or whatever. It was cool, but I understand why Control is widely seen. Anyway, so that's a whole separate topic. But anyway, so there's my Britney collection so far. I am to the point where I might even get the Circus album as well. I might even get In the Zone. I just want to collect the music physically so that I have it. You know, all these streaming services, whatever. I don't trust streaming service, anything like that. I just want to collect the music physically, which a lot of these CDs are not exactly the easiest to find, but you know, it is what it is anyways. This is the CD for today. The one and only Britney Spears. Peace.